This is the beginning of this new project, and we had a little challenge here because there is no way we could access the backyard through the front, so we have to come in on the side, and we have to beat the builder building the house next door. So this was a little bit of coordination at its best. So here I'm back. The guys already have the forms up. They're doing the gravel because this used to be an old ranch. So you can see there is not much rock underground. So since we have that soil and it's an expansive soil, we gotta add the gravel. Otherwise, we have the risk of the pool shell moving. So by adding the gravel, we add in stability. They're gonna spread it and they're gonna compact it. The pool equipment is gonna be here to the left because of the space. They only have this access and they don't want to block it. And on the other side, there is a AC unit. So if we put them over there, we're blocking the way to access the AC units. We're gonna have this is our trench for the pool equipment to the pool shell, and then the guys are gonna hand dig. They're gonna dig by hand to the electrical panel over there because there is no more room for the equipment to get in here for the excavator. Over here, we had to do a flashing before we did this gunite. And the reason why is because, as you can see, there is an empty lot to the left, but it looks empty, but there is already a house there. So if we would have waited until the homeowner had the financials in place and aligned, then they would have missed the window of having access to the backyard. So what we did is we did the excavation, the steel, the plumbing, and then we flash the walls. And for whoever is watching this and don't know what flashing is, you're spraying a thin layer of the gunite, so you're holding the soil in place. And the reason why is because there is a lot of soil in this terrain, in this property. There is not that many rock like in another areas that we do pools in the hill country. So we didn't want to run the risk of this caving in and having to remove the steel and the plumbing just to fix the ground. Besides it, we wouldn't have access for an excavator anymore. And right now you can see the guys. It's chilly. I think it was like 35 degrees somewhere in there. And to the best of their lucks, their little pumps stopped working. You can see the garden hose is coiled up over there and something happened. So in the meantime, the boss went to get a new one. They have this guy with a bucket throwing all the water outside, which is quite a bit of a task. I don't know for how long he stayed throwing water over the forms. You can see the ground is all wet now. Um, while the other ones are doing the rebound. So you can see all this stuff. The guy with the lighter blue shirt is shoveling it out. That's just the rebound and stuff that is not sticking to the walls. And then you have one guy working on the spa. This is before of one of the clips that I'm gonna show. I'm sorry, this is after one of the other clips that I'm gonna show in a minute, where they're shaping and carving the spa. But here you can see there is already a house to the right of this property, so therefore there is already an owner, and it would be a pain in the butt to get actual approval for access. Actually, there was a request for approval at some point, and it was denied, and then something happened. The buyer is backed up, and there is nobody on that except for the developer, of course. And they were okay with us going in there. But you can see how much room he has And the left side of the house where they're having the hose for the gunite is barely 5 feet. It's like 4 feet and 10 inches, and the same on the other side. Super restrictive access. And here we can see a little time lapse how this guy kept throwing water over the fence. I mean, over the forms, which almost looks like he's doing it over the fence, but